Okay, so we are almost done. The only thing left to do is going to be the main of news and the main of videos. If I go to news, I'm going to get just a slider. We already did this. We can use the reusable components, and right here we have the list of the news. And again, we have a template for this. So this is going to be something that you're going to do. I'm going to pause the video and then I'm going to do it and show you how I did it. But I'm going to just, I'm going to tell you and give you some tips. Notice that this card, it's different than the other one. This one has an image and this one, we don't have an image on this one. So you will need to go to the template of this one and create a new template and then pass it of something else. The name of this template is going to be card, so you can create a new template and pass a different name and render a different template inside here. And notice well that we have a load more news. So if you click it, we'll load more. So I'm going to pause the video, try to do it by yourself at home. If not, you can skip this and see how I did it. Okay, so let's create this. Right here, we're going to be rendering this inside a route called news. So we need to create a route for this component. I'm going to go to routes and, below articles, before articles, I'm going to create a route called news or whatever. It's going to be / and then news. Oh, let me make it right. News. So again, exact, whatever, then component. It's going to be equal to and then news, and then I'm going to call it news main. We don't have a component to render. I'm going to create it right now. And if you remember, we spoke about the articles, that whenever we get news, we have the posts. So I'm going to create this view inside news, and I'm going to call it main. Main, a folder called main. So this main is going to be hosting this file, and I'm going to call it index.js. Okay, so this main is going to be just rendering some reusable component. So it's going to be a really dumb component. It's going to be import React, then from, and then React. Okay, so const, then news main is going to be equal to something, and this something is going to return something. In this case, we are going to return some JSX. So I'm going to say div and then main news. Okay, so then I'm going to do export, then default. There we go, export default, and then it's going to be news main, and delete this one. Right. So in theory, if I go to routes, I'm not importing this component, so I'm going to import it right now. It's going to be import, and then it's going to be called news main, and we bring it from, I believe it's /components / then articles / then news / and then main / and index. Good. So in theory, we should be getting something main news. That's good. We are getting it. So if we take a look at the other one, right here we get a slider, and right here we have an image. Good. So this slider is going to be, we have it as a reusable component, so we can bring this slider to the equation and just render it. That's the rendering, render the component. That's the magic of using reusable components. Slider, then from, open and close, .. / .. / / and we have it inside widgets, / news slider, / and then slider. Good. If you remember this news slider, I'm going to make a reference to this one, news slider. It's going to need some props. Let me close it first. So the settings, it's going to be type, and we only have one type so far. It's going to be featured. There we go. Then we have some settings. I want to remove the dots from the settings. So I'm going to pass the settings. I'm going to say dots is going to be equal to false. All right, what else? We have the start and the amount. So we have start, it's going to be equal to 0, and the amount is going to be 3. We're just going to bring 3. Okay, so that is done. In theory, we should be getting the slider, and we do. We get the slider with 3 articles. That's good. So now we need the news list. And if you take a look, this template, it's a little bit different. But first we're going to bring the one we have at home, and then we're going to change the template. So again, right here, we need to import the same thing that we are using right here, and it's going to be called news list. So we import news list from ../../../, and then articles, widgets / and it's going to be called news list / and then news list. All right, I'm going to go right here. I'm going to say news and then list. And again, I'm going to close it. So again, this one needs some settings, and we're going to be passing the type, which is going to be the only template we have. It's going to be card. Then we have a load more icon. It's going to be load more. It's going to be equal to true, just like that. Let me just make double check that the load more we're going to be passing with a capital M. I'm not really sure. I'm going to pass this as a mistake, but that's fine. So yeah, capital M. That's good. So the load more is going to be true. We're going to have a load more. We're going to be using a start as a 3, and then an amount of, we're going to bring 10, 10 articles. And we're going to start at 3 because the other ones are going to be rendered by the featured slider. Okay, in theory, this should be working. And let's check it out. Okay, so it works. We are already inside news, and we get 10 articles. And if we do load more, we get more articles. Okay, so that's good. It's working. We are only getting 3 articles because we don't have a lot of articles. If I click, we don't have more. If I put 3, we should be getting more. Oh, there we go, 3. Click it again, and we get 3 more. That's good. Okay, so this is working. Now the problem is that this card needs a different template. So we're gonna go to news list, and inside news list, right here we have the template card. So what we need to do is to add a new template to news list. So I'm gonna go right here after the break, and I'm gonna create a new case. So it's gonna be case, open and close, and it's gonna be called, there's no need to use the parenthesis. I was using parenthesis, but there's no need. I'm gonna use it just to keep the same thing. It's gonna be called card main, makes sense. And then I'm gonna return the template, which is gonna be nothing for now, and then I'm gonna do break. So just like the other one, just like this template, we're gonna be using CSS transition, just like the other one. So I'm gonna copy the CSS transition and paste it inside here. Oh, that's fine, sorry. Let's go back, made a mistake. We need the state and then map right now. So this, we close it, and then we close it. And this map is going to return something, which is going to be the CSS transition. All right, CSS transition, there we go, and let me close it, CSS transition. All right, looks good. So now inside here, we need to return a different template than this one. So I'm going to create it right now. So I'm going to go right here. And first, of course, this is going to be a link because it's going to be linking to someplace else. So it's going to be to open and close, and we pass / articles / then the item .id. And of course, we need to close the link, link. Okay. So inside the link, I'm going to create a div. And for now, we're just going to say related, just to make sure that we are grabbing this template. I'm going to go back to index, and I'm going to make a reference to card main instead of the other one. So card main. Let's double check. So that's good. We get related and we get the link. Okay, so let's keep moving forward. So this div, this markup, we're going to add a class to this one because it's going to be a little bit different. We need an image in the left side, so we need to do it a flex wrapper. So we're going to be using flex. What else? Inside the div, The first thing that we have is going to be the left thumbnail. So I'm going to create a div, and this div is going to have a class name of left because it's a flex wrapper. Styles.left. And I'm going to be adding a style. It's going to be style. It's going to be equal to, and now we need to pass the image that we get from the actual article. So inside style, we're going to do background, then open and close, and we pass the URL, open and close, and it's going to be /images, /articles, / and we pass the actual image, item.image. Okay, looks nice. I believe that I had a class right here from the other components, but that's fine. I'm going to leave it just like it is. But I'm going to add right here inside. Let me make this a little bit better. I'm going to be adding a div. You're going to see why in a minute. So first, I'm going to be adding a div, the second div, the one in the right side, and I'm going to be adding a class name of styles.right. Good. And this one is going to contain the card information. If we take a look, the card information that we have here. So we're going to make a reference to card info, and we've already have this information. Let me just copy the one at the top. Card info, and then the title. Good. All right. There we go. So let's see what happens. So, we get it. Everything works. The styling, of course, it's off. And if I click load more, we should be getting at least something. And we do. That's very good. So now we need to fix the styling for this one. So remember that the styles for this one is going to be inside news list. So let's go to news list and do that. Okay, so let's go to newslist.css and start adding the styles. This is going to be real simple. So the main class, the wrapper class, is going to be flex wrapper. Open and close, display, and then flex. I love flex. Then border, then bottom. And if you're thinking that, dude, I don't need flex. I just use floats and that works. Well, if you like React and then you want to switch and you want to do React Native, you're going to need to know Flex. Sorry for that. You're going to need to know it. You cannot use floats. So, okay. And of course, we're going to have a React Native full course, but not right now. So flex, left, flex wrapper, and then we grab the left one. And we're going to, since we have an image inside the left container, we're going to say background, and then background size, and we're going to use cover, and of course important. Okay, now inside the left we're going to have a div that it should be the actual icon. So we're going to add the styles for this. So we're going to say left and then div, div, open and close, and we're going to add a width of 90 pixels. So this is the one that's going to be stretching everything. Height and then 90 pixels. And this is my way to do it. This is just a CSS. You can do it whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with this. So the background size is going to be 40 pixels. It's going to be important. And this is because we are going to have an icon right here in a minute. Not with this one, but with videos. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it right now. So it's going to be background, position, and then no repeat, and then important. Almost done. And then they've got, background repeat, not position. And then we're going to have a background position, of course. Background, position, center, and then important. We are almost done. What else? We have the right, and we need to fix that with the flex, so we can work with flex. So we say flex grow, not flow, grow, number 1, and then padding of 10 pixels. What else? We have a title, so I'm going to say flex wrapper h2, open and close, and we're going to give it a font size of 12 pixels, and then a color of 525252, a grayish color. And that's it. It should be nice. Okay, so it's working. We get the image. We could get an icon right here. That's why that's the main point of having a div. And then we have the card info, the text. If we load more news, we get it. So everything's working. If we go back right here, this one, it's a different template. Okay, so this is good. Now, if you took a different approach, you did it on a different way, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's working. All right. Then you can stop and think how you can do it better. And I'm pretty sure that if we take a look at this one, there's going to be always a better way to do things. There's always a better way to do things. All right. So this is good. Now, the only thing left is going to be the videos endpoint. And this, again, is something that you're going to do at home because it's going to be really, really simple. This is the simplest part of the application of this practice project. So let's go to the next one and do the video section.